Alright, well, welcome back. So last time we were together, we were down here and we had fixed up a mission down here. We were discussing whether or not we were going to go down and do the next contract here. I decided against that because I really want to get some progress done on the journey stuff, so getting better weapons and having better equipment in general. Now that we've got transport, we're able to kind of just drive around, and if people shoot at us, we just keep driving kind of thing. So what we decided to do, and we were going to do this eventually anyway, very soon anyway, is go to the 6th trial of AQL. So what I did is I just extrapolated from the map and looked at where it was, and it said Jebel Efreet al-Sharq, and we went to the map and we've worked out that it's up here because this is Jebel Efreet, and there's a really big wall here, so there's nowhere else that it could possibly be, so I imagine that it's right here. And we have a respawn point of our vehicle, so we just need to kind of trigger these guys to get them out of the area. Too bad. Gonna need a few more of these anyway. Alright. Ah, there it is there by the look of it. So there's only a couple guys. Couple of baddies looking after the zone, which is good. It's not too bad. Judging by what happened last time, I'd say there's going to be a lot of traps in here. So we just need to be on the lookout for those. And being that this is one of the harder zones now, I'd say there'd be a lot of chemical traps here, so we're going to have to keep our eyes peeled and not be cavalier about running through the place. There doesn't seem to be any enemies in here, or even if there is any enemies in here. One I missed already. Fine, we're able to get out of the road a bit. Oh god, that one. I did not trigger that one. Alright, fair enough. If I did, then I did. Another one there as well. Probably one here on this chest. Nope. This is certainly there. Oh, okay. There wasn't too much in here in the way of baddies or traps to get through, which is good. That's not too bad.
The Sardaukar destruction extends even to these small shrines. I cannot decipher their purpose, but the altar seems to have contained a quantity of spice. And the murals... such beauty to be destroyed by the cut of a lasgun or blade. All I could decipher from here is another step on the journey of the Zensuni wanderers. Thurgrod. Perhaps there's some link between the Zensuni and the Fremen.
Excellent. Alright, well that's number 6 down. Now, the other thing I would like to get done as well is to get to a trading station so that we can report, we can get back over to Arrakeen and report and finish our trail for what's it called? Sandstorm coming. Mantit. Mentat. So yeah, seeing we've finished everything for Mentat, all we've got to do is go to Arrakeen. And in order to do that, we need to find a trading station. Is that a trading station there? Set the contract off and put locations back on. Yes, that is a station. Delightful. Alright, so let's go there, back in again. We could just drive there, that's nothing. And then we can get an Ornithopter pilot. We should have enough money on us. 3,000, yep, should be right. Then we can just drive along the top of this rift that we're on right now. Well, the bottom rather, of this rift that we're on right now. And get there very easily. Now I haven't been doing any mining of anything on the way, which I probably should have been, but I haven't seen anything that's completely new or illuminating in the process, otherwise I would have stopped and recorded it. So we've just seen the usual that we've seen all the way along, like carbon, and this is kind of a carbon and aluminium area that we're in here, so that's all I've really seen, with the odd bit of copper here and there. So there's carbon over there. On the left, more carbon. Carbon just up here, some more copper up there, carbon up the top. So it's nothing sort of new or completely different than what we've seen in the past. So, how far along are we? Probably like... at this rock, go around to the right. Interesting once we actually do get to the stage where we are moving up to the next zone. I think that this next zone may actually be intended for Ornithopter only. That's why it's got such a massive wall. That's my sort of feel on it. And we're almost ready for Ornithopter. We've got a lot of parts. We're probably only lacking now in crystal, and that's it. That blue thing. Okay, that's very weird. I want to travel there anyway. Get through the zone here, man. Alright. There may actually be a way to get through. No, that's very weird. There's no actual entry or anything there. Strange. And I just did some repairs on this as well. After all the driving that we've done, we've probably only used about 25% of the tread so far, and everything else is sitting around about 90% of all the other parts. So there hasn't been much wear and tear or massive problems with this thing, other than just sort of keeping an eye on repairing the treads every couple of hours of play kind of thing. So one thing I'd say for that. Alright, we're not too far now. And just more carbon again. And the reason why we're doing a lot of what we're doing concurrently now, not only for the advancing of the weapons, but we're also sort of doing certain things because we want to get the level 2 ore refinery so we can actually start crafting aluminium ingots, because we've already got some blueprints that we found, the specialized blueprints that require aluminium ingots, and we actually don't have aluminium ingots as yet, so, or the ability to craft them. As yet. It's a very small station, isn't it? A bit worried if we hit a sandstorm here. Vehicle could get very damaged. Alright, so Pinnacle Station, here we are. Great opportunities await. Check in at Pinnacle Station and then also fly to Arrakeen. Hello Arno, how you
Your
going?
sweat betrays you, off-worlder. Your body's shedding all the excess nutrients they pumped you full of in the prison racks.
That's
Smell
rude.
like that, you never forget. I'm an off-worlder like yourself. And Highliner, I have a task that needs doing, which requires some discretion. Do
Swordmaster
it
skill
for
tree,
me.
hell yeah. That's cool. Alright, so that's a new contract. Nice. Let's unlock the Swordmaster, that's
Welcome.
cool.
But please don't touch anything. If you damage anything, you'll pay for it. Also, if it explodes, that can be an inconvenience.
Alright, is there any of this I don't have? Bedroom furniture set, that might be cool, but I don't have excess money on me now. Alright, thanks buddy. It's been real.
Ah, finally a respectable client. Now, you're here for some training, are you?
Yes I am.
I know what is said of the matter. There were once Fremen. I heard they burned out every note. I did not say that. Don't put words in my mouth. What I think is that the Fremen are fierce warriors, and I cannot help you there. They bear little resemblance to their desert kin. Arco village. It's the largest. When Carthage was obliterated, the Harkonnen can be an entertaining place. It's a matter of taste. And you'll find the prices in the village a good measure lower than Sardaukar, Chul Mercs, if you ask me. Stay clear of the patrols. They're not good for you. You know something that none escape from what I hear, so while I know upon whom they'll place blame. It can only have been one of a small number of actors. So I'll keep my list of suspects. There aren't enough. Most are just poor folk like you and me. But it's tough out there. They used to have a larger presence on this side but like a bad infection. That isn't quite cured. They started out that way, I reckon. But then some black hat, and I suppose the idea caught on. Because before you knew it, the scavenger community. Karab just means bandit around here. They're not rich. As I said,
Good lord.
Used to be
What a long
towering rock
conversation.
formation they used for navigation.
Yes, mate. Super interesting.
The slavers take you.
I just
That's
wanna see
one
if you're gonna
topic the
give me a
Duke and me.
mission.
Duke Leto Atreides. Loose talk. And it's true. And I have not. And truth be told, a momentary lapse of George took all of
Yep, it's
but
all
they weren't
super
there.
interesting. Super
Open
interesting.
combat rights. War is supposed to hold for all their talk of loyal.
Alright, that's it. I'm done with you. Alright, so. What else do I need to check in with here? Oh, alright. So this is side contracts. 3 more side contracts. What is this?
You are not familiar to me. State your... You may call me Zilla. We do seek allies of means and ability. Then that should save us time and cut through idle... House Sor commands... Our homeworld is harsh. The air quality... We aspire to ride that edge. Our tech speaks for itself. It is our medical tech,
Our tech?
which brings...
What's air tech? It's like... Alright, great opportunities await. Contract completed. Alrighty. So, Arno, we've got to get back to Arno. And we've got to go to... Arrakeen. Don't forget to go to Arrakeen.
Welcome to our humble mart, Trav. We have but one simple. We are a humble mart. Our people's more to the. They facilitate digest. Now you must tell it. Like some. Do not mind.
Alright, cool story, pal. Thanks for sharing. Right.
Can I fly you
Hello.
somewhere today?
Yes, you can. I want you to fly me somewhere.
Music to my ears.
Arrakeen,
What?
please.
Atreides and their war levies. Look, I can get you there, but I want a little extra for them. All right. Doctor's on the roof.
Let's go. Arrakeen. Woo! Here we go. This is it. A culmination of one of the big journeys. Right, so who do we have to see? Not AQL, it's this one. Mentat. Zayn in Arrakeen. Trader. Okay, so we've been to that Lucian Ball before. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, so it's the one at the bar. When we went last one. Which was here, I think. Yes, and around to the right. Around the corner. This is a guy sitting right down the back, I think. But I'm actually tracking it and it's sitting in the left hand side of my screen. And we know by the light, him.
I calculated you returning a half hour ago. You have returned. You have brought me useful data regarding the Mobula gang, yes?
Yes, I brought you useful information about your stuttering as well.
Give it to me.
Alright, calm down.
Oh, yes. This is quite excellent. I suspected a Harkonnen connect. Yes, after one more task. Yes. I will then train you, if your mind is ready.
Hey. The Calamity is done. What is next for him? Or is that it? Mentat advanced. Calculated comedy. almost there. Right, so that should be it from him. Completed.
I calculated you returning a half hour ago. Ah, yes. I was lost within my... Yes, the mnemic film is a treasure trove. I would like you to present our findings to Thufir Hawat. You are more... Hawat would make for a comment. I must belong again. I will train you. If you do, make sure he understands.
Right, so an olive branch. Contract. $359 meters. Right, so where is he? What are you looking for? Thufir Hawat. 356. Oh, there it is. Right up the other end. Right, so out of the bar. The other end. So yeah, as we said when we first came in here, it seemed like this zone was a whole lot of why we're here and why does this exist, but now we know because it's for things like this. Meant to be kind of like a trading hub sort of thing where a lot of stuff goes on. Hey, fun fact, we're not getting sunburned here. First thing. I wonder if this has anything to do with Ornithopters, what we're about to do. Hello, my friend.
You were expected. Don't look so shocked. As the Duke's master, you are free to roam the city as you please. Cause no trouble, and you'll never have to acquaint yourself with the more disturbing aspects of my title.
Wow, what a douche. Here you go, buddy. What's the Mobula Gang stuff?
Zayn De Witte, you say? Thank you. While the Mobula's dealings with the Arrakeen are interesting, I was already aware of them. Moreover, this meddling complicates things.
Wow.
Having this information allowed us to manipulate the Arrakeen into thinking they had an advantage. The disruption Zayn has caused ruins that. Tell him that this is not the way into my good graces. That is all. I have other matters to attend.
Wow. That was a dick.
I'm afraid I am a very busy man.
Okay, whatever then. You be a busy man. Alright, report back to Zayn that the guy I went to talk to was a dick and he didn't want to talk to me really and he was really rude. Even though I said that Zayn was amazing, really smart, and that this guy should work with him, really didn't want anything to do with it. See any other players in here today? Zayn, old man you sent me to talk to was a dick. I know you're a stutterer, but...
I calculated you returning a half hour ago. You've returned. Did you speak to Thufir Hawat? Did you What? No. I mustn't let emotion taint my judgment. This is merely an opportunity to improve my methodology. Yes, that is fair. Let us begin. It is a difficult thing to learn to work one's own mind. We learn first that the mind must be allowed to work itself. This is you can work your own muscles, exercise them, strengthen them, but the mind acts of itself. Sometimes, when you have learned this about the mind, it shows you things you do not wish to see.
I'm prepared.
Plunge your mentat sensorium into full awareness. Plunge your mind into the frozen trance where give yourself to the computation.
I give myself to the computation.
Very. You take to the training quickly. Suspiciously so. It is less like you are learning than you are.
Alright. So we've unlocked some mentat skills. Knowledge branch is complete. I need to talk to this guy again.
Returning a half hour ago. I require blood. Apologies. To harvest the data I require to impress upon the Atreides what a useful asset I could be. I must be of use. I was built. Good. Very good. I shall let.
Right, so there's another contract there. Have I not finished Mentat Advanced or what? No. Changing defectors. Locate a specific deserter camp in Haga Rift. Collect blood samples from Atreides deserters. Take a blood sample from the leader. Right. We're going to go back to Haga Rift. But I don't know whether we should go home first.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
Yes, you can.
Music to my ears.
Fly me to Haga
The
Basin
is
if you
a pretty
please.
big place. Could you
Everything's
narrow it
reachable,
down a
dude.
little? Mir's place? Yeah, I
Oh.
know it. Scavenger territory.
That's
Thufir's
great.
always warmed up. Let's go.
Thopter. Wish I had a Thopter so I could refer to it as the Thopter. Be cool, like the Thopter pilot. We'll just call it Thoppy or Thoppo. Thoppo's always warmed up, mate. Maybe I'll call it Thopperoni. Thop diddly or something weird. No contracts here. Alright, so I don't think we had to talk to any of these guys.
You keep coming back like this. Indeed. I hope you have more brain.
Ah, okay. I did have one courier package to do for this guy.
You keep coming back like... No, he is quite mute. He arrived one... Ridiculous. The troops...
Alright, story, pal. Alright, so we're back in Haga. Oh god, there's one thing I did not think of. That is that my bloody bike, my vehicle is... Here it is. That's right, it's not far from my house anyway, so that's fine. We can just sandbike it over. Right, so locate a specific deserter camp in Haga Rift. That is our next mission. .904 k's away. Haga Basin. Fuel. Okay, well, Haga must be this base south. Where is it? We've got to go to Derek anyway, so it doesn't really worry me that much. We'll go to Imperial Testing Station over there. The other thing I could possibly do while I'm here as well is go to Wreck of the Alcyon, or where we got that copper dust from. At any rate, well, I think we'll give it a rest for this one. I think this has been a long enough episode. Next time we are going to head on over here and take care of this mission to adhering to hierarchy, returning to Derek. We'll probably head into Imperial Testing Station, do a little bit of a run through there and a little bit of a run through the Wreck of the Alcyon as well to get some copper dust. And then we'll head back north again and make our way back up to our base, stopping along the way to pick up our vehicle. And that will be it. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.